All right. We are now recording again. And then signing in, because apparently I have to do that every time. All right, I'll let it play this one time. All right, and welcome to Tales of Arise. I absolutely love this game. This is actually the newest title in the Tales of series. Ardo, how are we doing on the volume? Slightly higher? Okay. I will admit that it is super loud for me. Holy shit. Okay, how about now? Yeah, it is super loud in my ear. Holy fuck. A little lower? Okay. Let's go here. And of course, the music stops. That good? Oh, my ears are going to be fine. But as I was saying, this is the newest game in the series. This will not be my first time playing through it. I have played through it twice already. I have gotten all of the achievements in the Xbox One version, the Xbox Series version, and I started this one, but we will start from a new save. I'll explain little details about the game, or little details about the series as we go ahead. And we also have ad break coming up. Oh, hey, I have light over here on this side. Haha. All right, welcome back. Also, I need to preference this that the original game came out back, I think it was 95? 1995 on the Super Famicom, which for us is the Super Nintendo. We never got the first game until the Game Boy Advance port, which honestly is fucking terrible. Like, holy shit, is it bad. It was a scaled down port of the PlayStation version. And the very first game was Tales of Fantasia. No, not this one, no. Every title in the Tales series is named or is known as either a mothership title or a spin-off. This is the latest Mothership title. And also, Bandai Namco, if you're listening, I would totally shill for you if you would like to have me. I know I'm a small streamer and everything, but I would totally shill super hard. Okay. um They are currently doing a remaster project for the 30th anniversary. Um, the like we've already gotten 3 titles out of the project. Tales of Grace's F, Tales of Zillia, and Tales of Berseria. Which Berseria is the one that's coming out in February. I am super excited about that. Also, you will see that this is a anime heavy inspired game. As you saw with that opening cutscene. Every title has one of those. But like I said, we are going to just go ahead and start a new game. What is super great is that you can do all of the achievements on story mode. Tales of Vesperia originally came out on the 360. It was a 360 exclusive for like the longest time, except in Japan where they ported it to the PS3. The PS3 had added content. Then I think it was either early this gen or late last gen. They released Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. And it was based on that PlayStation version with all of the added bonus or all of the added content. New voice lines were recorded except for the main character. The main character in Tales of Vesperia originally was voiced by Troy Baker. However, for the new voice lines, they got Matt Mercer to come in and do the new stuff. People say that they can hear it, that they can hear the difference. I cannot. And I kind of pride myself in being able to hear voice actors. Subtitles are on, right? Okay, yes, they are. Troy Baker, if you've played The Last of Us, he was Joel. If you played Persona 4, he was Kanji. And oddly enough, the same thing happened for Kanji. They needed to do new voice lines in Golden, and they got Matt Mercer to come in and do the new lines. Okay. Oh, well, he played Indy in Indiana Jones, the new one, the new game. I'm not too sure I know his voice or casting list, but he's up there on being a voice actor. Oh, the Tales of series is not a turn-based combat. Um, it's always been kind of action, but like this one is more action. So like there's button combos and stuff like that you can do. And sorry, I'm kind of also watching the CPU usage, and my worries must have been unfounded because we're doing good. All right, let's start it. I think it's going to play that song again. I can't remember.
In ages long past, it was believed that Mother Dana was indestructible and everlasting. Rena, on the other hand, was thought to be the domain of the gods, a paradise where the souls of the departed could rest forevermore. Oh, how wrong we were. In the face of Rena's unimaginable technology, its soldiers, clad in huge, shining armor, and its fearsome beasts, known as Zeugles, the prosperity and bounty of Dana all but disappeared overnight. That was 300 years ago. The world of Dana fell under Renan rule, and its new masters split the land into 5 distinct realms. And now today, Orbis Calaglia, one of the Renan's 5 realms. It is ruled over by the tyrant Balsef, Lord of the Firemaster Corps. Unrelenting fire scorches this barren wasteland. Dust storms course over the rocks and crags, and no relief is to be found from the oppressive heat. The Danan people toil as slaves. Day after day they suffer, under the ruthless oppression of the Renan soldiers, with only one hope of escape: death. Only in death is their agony finally brought to an end. They have forgotten what it means to be free. So complete is the Renan's domination.
You call that pushing? Put some back into it, embedded!
Iron Mask?
Why you?
Let me.
Huh. What is this? Some kind of slave support group? Mind your own business, you worthless! Alright, third squad! Time to regroup! Go on, get moving!
Hey, wait for me! Thank you, Iron Mask.
That's okay, Cole. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Iron Mask, you're bleeding. We need to get you looked at by Doc.
That bad, huh? Better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Okay. So, and there goes the other phone. One moment. Like I said, we play as the main character of the game is right now he is known as Iron Mask. The games usually deal with
I doubt Doc's gonna like what he sees.
some of these games really deal with kind of heavy topics.
Ah, you again.
Sorry to trouble you, Doc.
Look after yourself and there'd be no need for sorries, would there? Now sit. So, still unable to remember anything, I take it?
Blank as always. Nothing but that strange dream.
No face, no memories. Unable to feel pain, yet only too eager to take on everybody else's. What will we do with you? Here, let me see. You may not be able to feel pain, but that doesn't mean you can't be wounded, just like everyone else. If you're not more careful, you'll wind up dead without even realizing it one of these days.
I watched another slave die today. More corpses than I care to count.
Unfortunately, that's hardly a rare sight around these parts.
Danans are always dying, and the Renans just watch. How long can this continue? Why doesn't anyone stand and fight?
Keep your voice down, will you? If only it were so simple, my friend. There have certainly been uprisings, all right. 3 centuries worth of the damn things. As for all the good they've done, take a look around and judge for yourself. There. That should just about do it. Now, do me a favor and try to stay out of trouble so the wound doesn't open again.
Doc, back when I knew nothing, you were the one who taught me just how things work around here. You know I'll always be grateful for that. But I can't just...
The race is won by the calm and the steady. You're still young, you have time. Wait for the right moment, both for yourself and the world. Work will be wrapping up for the day soon enough. Don't sit around here. Go out and feel the breeze against your skin. Even a slave's entitled to that. Just do me a favor and keep a low profile, all right? You stand out enough in that mask as it is.
Guess I'll go back to my room.
I have a feeling I'm going to be muted a lot. And like, you can talk to people as well. The Bright Eyes stick to these weird stones on our bodies and then work us to the bone until we're dead. And as if the routine beatings from them weren't enough, when they're in a really bad mood, they just sick their zoogles on us. Yeah?
I'm a slave, just like everyone else here. So how come I don't have a spirit core? Or a face, or memories for that matter? Not like worrying about it will change anything.
God, I forget how beautiful this game looks. Now, one thing that I did notice when he was looking, when that one guard was looking over at the barrel with Iron Mask and the kid, he was looking basically at his pauldron. Like, what? What exactly would you see there? What are you trying to do? No approaching the water without permission, embedded. But I'm not embedded.
I should get some rest. I wonder how many people have slept in this bed before me. Mine for now, but for how long? Tomorrow's another day. I guess I should get some shut-eye. I'd better head to work. So, I've got business with the freight train today, huh? Great.
Like I said, this game is gorgeous.
Great. Time to start another day toiling away for the Renans. Am I gonna do this until the day I die?
Look lively, slaves. Let's see some work around here.
Grenar!
Zephyr, she's here!
The hell? Come back!
The girl's nowhere to be found.
This hurts.
Hey, Embedded, did you find anything?
Not yet, sir.
What do they expect from us on such short notice?
Hey, you're...
Over there! Don't move!
Go now!
Huh?
Hurry, get moving!
Stay still! You cost us a lot of trouble, you know.
Now we can do this the easy way, or not.
So bad. It's just you.
Here they are! Forget the rebels! Focus on the girl!
Jump over at the front! Take the girl along! The man is expendable!
Armored soldiers!
Idiots. Hey, you two! Come on!
Away you go!
Hope you can jump. You all missed your chance to become Lord, which means you lot live and die for me, the mighty Balsath! Got that through your skulls? Now hurry up and bring me Shion! Yes, sir! Even the drink's lost its appeal.
Someone's in a bad mood. Lord Wolsey, ruler of Orbis Calaglia. Ah, but it's wild beast you prefer, isn't it? Do forgive me.
Ganabelt Volkiris, what do you want?
From what I hear, you seem to be having some trouble over there in Calaglia. As a fellow lord, I merely thought to ask whether I could be of any assistance to you.
Enough with the false pretense. I can tell a rat when it's sniffing around.
Forgive me. I can only imagine the emotional toll failing to ascend the throne not once but twice must take. A most distressing state of affairs.
Shut up! It's none of your concern.
The crown contest is proceeding apace, and so quickly, I must say. It won't be long before the victor is crowned as the new sovereign.
I look forward to it, and you can be sure I won't forget our little chat.
Nor will I. Until next time.
Where?
You awake?
Who are you?
The name's Tilsa. I'm the medical officer for the Crimson Crows. You're in one of our safe houses.
Crimson Crows?
Don't tell me you've never heard of us. We're the Resistance, for the Danon people. We get in the way of the Bright Eye's best laid plans.
The Danon Resistance? I didn't know such a thing existed.
Oh, we exist all right. Though I guess we're not as famous as I thought we were. Seems like I know more about you than the other way around, Mr. Iron Mask. Is it true you can't take that thing off?
Yeah. Worse is that I don't even know why I'm wearing it. That woman I was with.
Oh, yeah. She's quite the character, isn't she? Zep.
Sorry, ad break is coming up. I was hoping that it would, that this cutscene would stop. Oh, I love this game so much. And when the ads are done, I'll tell you a funny thing about Iron Mask's name or voice actor. If the ads are gonna start.
Should be interrogating her over in the slammer.
All right. Accidentally unpaused it for a second. Zephyr should be interrogating over in the slammer as we speak, is what she says here.
As we speak.
You locked her up? Why?
Why? Go take a look for yourself if you're so interested.
They're interrogating
Oh
her?
my god.
Just what the hell is going on? I need to go and find out for myself.
Okay, so one of the cool things about Iron Mask's voice actor, he actually played the villain in Berseria, which was the one before this game. The girl, she plays one of the main characters. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Ah, I'm just so excited. I love this game so much. You don't even understand.
wasn't a lie. The slightest touch is like being struck by lightning.
What are you doing?
So you're finally awake, huh?
What's going on here? What did she ever...
Mind your business. So even if you don't mean to hurt somebody, if they touch you, they get electrocuted, huh? It doesn't seem to be poison or magic. Is this the reason Balsef's soldiers were after you? For the last several days, Balsef's forces have been getting pretty restless. When we looked into it deeper, the word thorns came up over and over again. And now, we come across Miss Prickly herself.
Drop the attitude. Did you really think we wouldn't find out anything about you? Miss Shion Imaris?
That's her name? You mean she's...
What? You didn't figure it out already? Yeah, that's right. This lady's got herself a surname, which means one thing. She's a Renin, our enemy.
Yeah, but she was being chased by Renin soldiers. So then, why?
That's exactly what we're trying to figure out. After all, aside from the clothes they wear, there's only one way to tell a Danon from a Renin, and that's whether their eyes light up or not. Ain't that right, Bright Eyes?
Big talk for someone who can't even use astral arts. Embedded.
Don't you call us embedded! Look, you see the stone your people embedded in me? There isn't one. Because we gouged them out the day we swore to rise up against your kind. This scar's a reminder, not to rest until every last one of you is...
We Danons may not be capable of using astral arts, but it looks like those thorns of yours won't do you much good in escaping here either.
Still, inflicting pain on anyone who comes near you, that's one hell of an ability.
You're wrong. You think this curse is some kind of great ability?
Curse.
Fair enough. All I know is Balsef must have his eye on you for a damn good reason. And until we find out why...
An ambush!
They must have tracked us down. Evacuate as planned. Hurry! And bring the girl. If she gives you any trouble, wave a spear in her face.
Got it.
Hey, Iron Mask. Sorry, but right now it's everyone for themselves.
What about you?
I'm going to welcome our guests. Don't go dying on me.
Come on, move.
And don't try anything funny.
Acquire dull sword. A rusted long sword with a blade badly in need of repair. Fighting with it is more like using a blunt weapon rather than a bladed one.
Enemy attack!
An ambush? Renins are here? I have to find an exit and get the hell out of here.
Anyone who can fight, grab a weapon! Damn! How did they find out about this place?
Have these kinds of battles been going on this entire time? I just didn't know.
Oh, and one of the cool things is that every time a big story event happens, this menu will change. Like the background image will change.
Stop right there! Oh, it's just a Danon. You there! Where's the Renin girl who was here?
Well,
Spit it out! I want an answer, Insurgent!
how's this for an answer? Go to hell!
You dare address a Renin armored soldier that way? I'll show you, embedded!
Oh. Basic combat controls. Normal attacks, press RB to perform a normal attack. At first, you can string up to 3 normal attacks together, but by learning certain skills, this limit can be increased. Characters can also attack in mid-air after jumping. Arts. Arts are special actions performed by spending part of your AG, art gauge. Press Y, X, or A to use the art assigned. While AG will gradually restore automatically, it will restore more slowly when attacking. Evading. Press down or press the left stick or push the left stick and press RT to evade an enemy attack. If you time it well as an enemy attack is approaching, you'll perform a perfect evasion, allowing you to avoid taking any damage.
Talk or die!
So much for playing nice. All right, we're up. Real fight. Still, I have to do this.
I won't go quietly.
It's over.
Take this. It's over.
I won. I actually beat one of those Renin soldiers. I've got to keep going. I have to survive this no matter what.
Now, it will score you every time after a battle. The currency in the Tales of series is gold. I'll explain why there's outfits and stuff like that here in a bit. Actually, hold on. Can I change? Okay. No. There we go. It just feels more natural for attack to be on B.
No choice.
You got spirit!
Now, him, as you can see, that meter was him performing a astral art, or an art. And of course, we have a Zoogle here as well.
Take this. Slash. Rising Wyvern. You're on. It's over. Here I come. You're finished. You're mine. It's over. Take this.
Now,
It's over.
this does have a version of the stagger system.
Here I come.
Theirs is break.
Take this.
We're not gonna really get any good break until we can do more than just 3 attacks.
You're finished. Rising Wyvern.
We won.
Xian V. Mayor, I Maris Daymore. I hereby detain you in the name of His Excellency Lord Bulstep.
Damn it!
Throw down
I was
your
so
weapon.
close. What the? You've got some kind of death wish? Those are armored soldiers you're...
Shut up and get out of here while you still can!
Step aside, slave. These are Renin affairs you're meddling in.
Hey!
We've got a better chance working together. Besides, I don't much feel like being indebted to a Danon.
Fine, suit yourself.
Combos. Combos are actions strung together with no gaps. Normal attacks have a set limit, while arts can continue until AG runs out. Normal attacks count separately on the ground and in air. Using a art to go between them can thus extend a combo. Diminishing returns in combos. During a combo, if the same art is used multiple times within 4 actions, its penetration will decrease and enemies will recover from it sooner. Continually doing so will raise these penalties, making arts half as effective as at their harshest.
Word to the wise, I call my own shot. Just stay out of my way and we'll get along quite well.
Kinda new for me, if you hadn't noticed. Don't expect any promises.
Mirage! It's over!
And again! Go!
No escape! Take this! Flash! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Yeah, a little bit.
Why did you help me? What could a Danon like you possibly gain from helping a Renin like me?
Trust me, I've no great love for Renins. I guess I'm just not as consumed with hatred as some...
What?
Have we met somewhere before?
Me? Friends with a Danon? Can't say I've had the pleasure.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, silly question. I don't remember anything about my past. Don't have any clues to go on either. Not even my own face.
Let me get this straight. You don't know what you look like, but you thought I might somehow recognize you?
Something like that. Guess my helping you back there wasn't as self-sacrificing as I made it out to be. Besides, I can't feel pain anyway, so it's not like...
Wait, you really can't feel pain?
Yeah. It's just another thing I don't have. No pain, no face, no memories. I only know one thing about myself, and that's that I'm a slave.
What about your name? You must have one, right?
Iron Mask. Got the name from the person who found me. Said that this way I wouldn't forget I had a real name out there somewhere.
I see.
So where to next?
Outside, silly. What do you think we fought all this way for? Stay sharp. We're going in.
Okay, so this is known, or what I'm about ready to do is known as a skit. Skits are mini, think of them as mini cutscenes.
Can you even see out of that thing? Like, at all?
Of course I can. How else do you think I managed to avoid tripping everywhere I go?
What is that thing anyway? It doesn't look like anything Dan and I've ever seen.
Beats me. I don't remember anything about my past. When I came to, I was already wearing it. If I could get it off, I would. Damn thing makes it hard to eat. And I can't scratch my face when it itches. It's the worst.
Honestly, I'm just impressed you've managed to survive this long looking like that. I'm sure you attract attention wherever you go.
Most of the other Danons don't pay it any mind. It's in everyone's best interest to just keep their heads down, focus on their work, and pretend they don't notice.
What about the Renin soldiers? Didn't they notice?
The guards? They're more the kill first, ask questions later type. Be in the wrong place or step out of line and you're dead. Mask or no mask. That said, as long as you keep your head down and don't cause trouble, they mostly ignore you. Honestly, sometimes they don't look all that keen to stir up trouble themselves. A friend of mine said it's because if they kill us without a good reason, it could delay the work and put them behind schedule. At that point, it'd be their necks on the line. You should know more about all that than me, though, right?
I don't serve any of the lords. But I see what you mean. After 3 centuries of Renin rule without much upheaval, it's possible the soldiers might be losing their edge. All this trouble we've caused might be the first excitement they've had in a while.
Well, I don't plan on getting killed for their amusement.
So the skits are completely completely optional. However, since we are doing an achievement run, there is an achievement for viewing every single skin. Okay, is there a way that we can... maybe under graphics? Nope. Okay.
Glad to see you made it. I heard you managed to escape, but I didn't expect to see old Iron Mask with you. In any case, we're all wanted by the Renans. It'll be easier for everyone if you both just come with me.
Where are the others?
They're waiting for us up ahead. Come on.
Stay where you are, dissidents.
Just look at all these soldiers. How badly did they want to destroy this hideout?
Apprehend the traitor! Slaughter the rest!
Look out! Sion! Sion!
A blazing sword. But how?
Impossible.
The Master Core. He was embedded within her all along. No matter. Kill her if you have to. Just retrieve the core. Attack!
You okay?
Your arms!
Oh, yeah. How about that? Guess it's just as well I can't feel it, huh?
You're not in agony? Wait, are you serious?
Hold still.
Huh?
It's one of my healing arts.
A sword that sears the hand of he who wields it, and a healing art to mend. A man numb to pain, and a woman whose very touch deals nothing but.
Thank you.
All right, let's rout the bastards and finish them off before the surviving stragglers have a chance to regroup. Iron Mask, you coming?
Definitely. I'm not about to go back all that way alone.
So I guess you're not planning on releasing me, huh?
Sorry. You're coming with us.
In that case, there's one thing you should know. No one uses that flaming sword without my say-so.
You needn't worry on that score. I doubt many of us could get close to it in the first place, or would want to.
The blazing sword. It just might be strong enough to match the power of a lord. No, maybe even to surpass it.
Are you sure you're okay?
What do you mean?
Your wound. That soldier nailed you pretty good. Not to mention those flames bursting from you.
They only hit my master core, so I'll be fine. And the flames weren't even hot. It's probably because they're just a manifestation of the astral energy. Honestly, I'm more surprised that you really are incapable of feeling pain.
Did you think I was faking?
No, I believed you. I guess seeing you stay calm while bearing those burns to your hands just really made it hit home for me. It's ironic. I have no problem hurting anyone who touches me. But as soon as I try to wield that sword, it's me who gets hurt.
Do you wish you were impervious to pain too? You realize you could burn your fingers off without even noticing, right?
So what? All I need right now is power. And up until now, I haven't come across anything stronger than that blazing sword the whole time I've been doing this.
You really don't care what happens to you as long as you get what you're after, do you?
Don't talk like you know me.
You... You're right. I don't get you. I don't get why you're so quick to throw it all away. Not when us slaves have never had a choice in whether we lived or died.
Party member info. You befriended Shion. Party member info. Zephyr has teamed up with your party. Shion's fighting style. Summary. Shion specializes in gun-based long-range strikes in astral arts. Use her to hit enemies from a safe distance, and use healing arts on allies with low HP. Healing arts cost CP to use, so mind your CP total. Shion's auto mode. When auto mode is enabled, Shion will primarily target flying and astral art wielding enemies, as well as foes with lower HP during combat. CP, cure points. Arts with healing and support effects consume cure points, in addition to AG. CP is shared across the party and can be restored with items or by staying at an inn or a campground. It can be raised by leveling up or finding specific items. Actually, we have an ad break in like 2 minutes, and I'm afraid to move forward. One of the cool things about this game is that, or about the Tales of series, is you can play as any character in your party. And I believe it's 4 characters per party. So, like, if I got tired of playing as Iron Mask, I can play as Shion. Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of that. It's so funny because I keep wanting to use his actual name, but we haven't gotten there yet. And it's so weird. Every time I hear Shion talk, I hear the character that she played in Berseria. Where for Iron Mask, I don't hear the character that he played at all. It was actually recently that I found that out. Actually, I need to go and see, like I said, the image will change. So once we come back from the ads, I'll explain a little bit more about what all of this is. And the ads should be starting any moment now. Okay, if you can hear something in the background, that's the microwave. I realize that I am actually really hungry. um, okay, so arts, uh, art screen, art setting screen. You can assign arts that you've learned to each of the different buttons. You can set 3 arts to use while on the ground, plus an additional 3 arts to use in the air for a total of 6 equipable arts. Art list screen. Press LT or RT to inspect the arts you have available. Characters that are set to auto can use all of their arts, but you can press X to uncheck arts you wish for them to avoid. You can also cast healing arts from this screen as well. So yeah, I don't think I have the one that I like. Yeah. And then like we can look at hers. She has a revive spell, she has first aid, and then her attack art. Equipment, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You only have one accessory. Strategy. Summary. Strategies determine how your party operates in combat. On the strategy screen, press Y to view details about each strategy and adjust them. Up to 4 strategies can be saved. During battle, open the menu and press Y to switch between them. Detailed settings. Party members fight autonomously, but their use of recovery, support arts, and items are determined by your strategy. In the detailed settings screen, you can set how they act in various conditions, with the top action receiving highest priority. Using items. Items can only be used on the character that you currently control. To do so, open the menu and select an item, except for items that revive them from a KO. Your controlled character will never use items automatically without permission. So, basically tell or figure basically tell the AI what to focus on. Outfits, we will get to that in just a moment, because if I remember correctly, we'll get that stuff unlocked here in the next cutscene. Field guide. Basically, it's like the clan primer in 12. I went the wrong way. Yeah, I'm a little bit like that. Mainly because I'm super excited. I told you.
Ganymede Castle, stronghold of Lord Balsef, self-imposed ruler of all Calaglia.
I've never seen it from this close before.
That's it, all right. And next to it are the gates of fire. Take a good long look while you still can. That wall is what we've come to tear down. The only thing standing between us and freedom.
Freedom.
Let's go.
Now, I am noticing a little bit of texture pop in, but it's not too bad.
Be careful. If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack.
Changing controls during combat. Summary. During combat, press... I think that's the screen button. Basically, select. While in the menu. To... press select while in the menu to change your character's control mode. Semi-auto automatically moves until in the attack range. Manual, full control, auto fights based on set strategy. Control modes. Semi-auto mode is designated or designed for players who only wish to casually dab in combat. Meanwhile, manual mode is for those seeking full control, while auto mode lets the game take the reins. We are going to... let's do semi-auto. And then I can't remember. Yeah, so see, I can play as Shion if I wanted to.
Dig deep.
Easier said than done.
No, one final push. Right. Give them all we got.
Here's your healing art. First aid.
You're finished.
Mega ray.
I'm sure I
Now-
can put this to use.
The older games allowed for, I think this is the only one that doesn't allow it. If you have a friend with you or a family member or whatever, you have a second person with you, they could have picked up a controller and played another character on the screen. But I think this was the first one that didn't have
Don't fight
that.
any enemies you can otherwise avoid, all right?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
Now, I'm sure it will explain it here in a bit, but that glowy bit, of course, it's its weak point. That is where, like, you break that off, that's an automatic break. Antidote rock. A stone that keeps microbes at bay as it breaks down toxins. Storing it together with food will make the food last longer.
What a weird
that's
stone.
actually-
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can, you'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Camping out. Resting at campgrounds, or at a campground, will restore your party's HP and CP. While resting, you can watch skits and cutscenes that you previously viewed.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
a Renin?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Danon agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Danons?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit course, right? But Your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
So, this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just... you know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renan soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
Okay, we can finally be done with skits. So we can either rest, reminisce, which is where you can see all of the skits that we've seen, or the cutscenes. Oh, and also don't expect that many of the anime cutscenes. They kind of treat them for big events.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsev's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Danans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Danans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Danans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Danans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are two things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renin have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the Lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the two of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together we'll overthrow the Renan Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
I've gotta hurry.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Danon. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegis. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegis? You mean the same Lenegis that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renan's Castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renan Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
Now, to answer your question, I think that's explained at some point.
I hate camping out.
We should be able
Oh,
to
damn
eat
it.
this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
Basically, what I just grabbed is cooking material. Carp. A hardy fish that can survive in even poor water. It's best to cook it before eating, as consuming it raw is dangerous. Yeah, that's another achievement. We have to cook every meal. Sage, a herb that raises max HP when used. Highly effective, consuming it gives the eater a burst of newfound energy.
What's this thing?
Yeah. Now, I seem to remember that the explanation being at the campfire, but it might be a little bit further. Apple gel. Apple flavored medical gel that restores 400 HP to one ally. Basically a potion. The gels are potions in this game. Or in the Tales series.
That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
Giant Zoogles. Giant Zoogles roam around certain areas. They're very... Okay, thank you. I was reading that. Basically, big monster.
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
Big monster, very hard to fight. Yeah, there's a lot of recipes. Mushroom, an umbrella-shaped fungus often found in moist areas. Poisonous varieties exist, meaning caution must be exercised when picking them.
What's this thing?
Yeah, see, if I remember correctly, that thing is like level 60?
I'll take you all on.
There! One more! Mega red!
And it's mine! Don't go charging off like that. Guess we gotta roll with it.
There! One more! Mega red!
Take this! You're finished! How's this?
And of course, we're at the beginning of the game, so there's going to be a lot of talking, a lot of cutscenes.
You're mine!
Take this!
How's this?
I can feel my power growing.
Oh! So, around the areas, there are little owls. Dan and Owl, hoot hoot. They give you cosmetic items. Dogtail. A dogtail resembling that of a wise, noble Shiba Inu. That, when combined with a set of ears, makes it tempting to run around barking everywhere.
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
Oh, I can just bring it up. Danan owls can be found roosting in hidden spots throughout the land. There may be something in it for adventurers who choose to track them down. Once again, we have to find every single one.
Normally I don't pick on the weak.
Swallow blade. You're finished.
You're surrounded. Just stay calm.
Mega red!
You're mine.
How's this?
It's
This is it. Dig deep.
Easier said than done.
No excuses. This is up to us. The Dragon Shield.
Take this!
Everything's coming up, Zephyr.
We're gonna have ads here in a moment. So, what do you think, Ardo? After the break, I'll give a little bit more explanation on why I like this series. Okay, so my introduction to this series was because of a bet that I made with a friend of mine that if I played a Tales of game, she had to play a Persona game. And it was one of those, she chose which one I played, and I had to choose which one she played. So she chose Tales of Symphonia. Tales of Symphonia came out on the GameCube. It was one of the big JRPGs on the GameCube. And it was also one of the first, or it was, for a lot of people, it was the introduction point to the series. I played through it, and I instantly wanted to play another one. At which point she had me play Berseria. Now, the funny thing about this is this was like, I want to say maybe 2018, 2019. She is still yet to play a Persona game. So, Grizz, if you ever see this, I'm still waiting. Now, in Japan, I want to say around the PlayStation 2 era of games, they... a little bit, but then again, like, I keep flip-flopping on which one I wanted to play first. Like, I wanted... Like... each game really has a very sensitive topic at some point in the game. But during that time, around the PlayStation 2 era, it was known, there was something known as the Holy Trinity of JRPGs. Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, and Tales of. Personally, that's really tough. I've played Symphonia, Vesperia, Zestiria, Berseria, and Arise. Well, I've beaten those ones. I've played a few others. Like, I think at one point I owned all of them from the PlayStation 2 era on. Yeah, so out of the 5, there's a plot point in Vesperia that knocks it down to the 5th for me. And I don't want to, like, I don't want to say what it is because you're gonna play it, I'm assuming. But that's just for me personally. There are people out there that say Vesperia is their favorite. And so, like, I highly encourage you to play it. I highly encourage you to play through the story to, and if you have the definitive edition, I believe there's a free DLC that gives boosts to, like, level and gold. I believe. I know there's one on Xbox that has that. Okay, so you're gonna have all of the added content from the PlayStation 3 version. Like, there's a completely new character that's added. Her name is Patty, and she is fucking amazing. I love Patty. Now, I believe I mentioned this in another streamer's stream, that there's a naming convention for Tales of games. So, like, Symphonia, Berseria, Zestiria, any that end with IA the story has something to do with spirits. So, like Vesperia, it has... Okay, good. That is... If I remember correctly, like I said, it's a bunch of, like, boosts and stuff like that. And it might also have some costumes that you can get, or that it comes with it. Anyway, so anything that ends with IA the story has to deal with spirits. Think of the spirits kind of like how Final Fantasy deals with crystals. Honestly, you don't really need the costumes. Like, you'll see what I mean about the costumes in a moment. Anything that does not end with IA, of course, won't really deal with spirits. It's a completely different kind of story. So like Arise does not deal with spirits. Now, there could be spirits in the game. And like, when I say spirits, I'm talking like, in Final Fantasy terms, they would be the summons or espers. But they will take more of a center stage, I guess. Like, yeah, they do appear in Arise, but they're side stuff. They're not directly tied to the story. Another thing that I wanted to mention, this game, when it was first being shown off, got a lot of flack in the community. For two things. One, the skits. In any game before this, the skits played out as just kind of, yeah. So like, whenever there's a little message at the bottom right of the screen, and like it's the manga style or the comic book style, that's a skit. Now, the original way that skits were done was, it was a portrait and it would talk. That was it. And like, the portrait would change for like surprised face or sad and stuff like that. And that was how skits played out. And of course, some of them would not be voiced. And so people didn't like that the skits changed in this one. I personally didn't really fucking care. I saw it as this was their artistic decision. And it's an obvious upgrade to the skit cinematics. The other one, in the other games, when you end a fight, like when the little grade thing, oh, you would think that. So you remember how whenever I get out of a fight, there's the little grading thing on the left-hand side of the screen? Well, in the older games, that would still be like, that was at the end of the fight, but you were still in like the arena of the fight. And while that was populating on the screen, your party would have a small interaction. For Symphonia, one of my favorite ones was one of the characters would say, "And don't come back." You know, after beating the shit out of like a worm or something, he would say, "And don't come back." To the point that I had that as my notification tone on my phone for like the longest time. The fandom is very, very vocal about what they don't like in the series. Like, recently, I think it was 2 days ago now, they announced that Tales of Berseria is getting remastered. The community is up in arms over it because Tales of Berseria came out like 9 years ago. And of course, a lot of people forget that their argument is, well, I can take my PS4 copy of the game and put it into my PS5 and it will play just fine. The game didn't need to be remastered. Why is this taking up a remastered slot when we have games from the PlayStation 1 that haven't even been touched in years? Yeah. Entitled people are very vocal about the game, or about the games, and it's so annoying. I hate it. There's also this weird... On the PlayStation 2, there was Tales of the Abyss. You ask one of those fans which one is their favorite Tales of game, they will say Abyss. Like 9 times out of 10. Yeah. I think it's Tales of the Abyss. I know it's something Abyss. Yeah, like 9 times out of 10, if you ask a fan of Tales of, they will say Tales of the Abyss is their favorite. Well, it's either Abyss or Xillia. And there's a reason why people are fans of Xillia. And that's one of the main characters. I am one of those that will say, I am X. One moment. Kind of. Xillia also was one that was trapped on the PS3 for the longest time. And like a lot of fans went from the GameCube to the PS3. Or like GameCube, PS2, PS3. Because for some weird reason, Vesperia was exclusive to Xbox. I've talked about this. So like there was a game that they didn't get to play, and it's hilarious. But like, there's a lot of people that are very upset that Berseria is getting a remaster. I, on the other hand, am super excited because it's coming to Xbox. So I am super excited. And I loved Berseria. I loved the story. It is one of the only games that the plot twist has left me speechless. Like my friend Grizz, when the plot twist happened, she demanded that she was in voice chat with me when it happened. Yeah. Honestly, like, if you're on PlayStation, I would just go ahead and get the original. Everything that I've heard about the remaster, and like, we don't really have that much information about it because literally it was just announced. Just get the old one, or get the original. There's other reasons for Berseria getting a remaster. I don't remember if the Ultimate Edition comes with the DLC. Beyond the Dawn or something like that. Like, it's an actual story DLC. I think it's like another 20 hours or something like that. Which, when it came out, I played the DLC on the Series X, or on the Series version, and then realized that because I bought the DLC, I could then play it on the Xbox One version as well. Yeah, okay. So, I would probably hold off on getting a Rise. Like, watch another stream of me playing it. Just to kind of see, like, we're very early in the game. Very, very early in the game. That's honestly what I use streamers for. Sometimes. Like, I'll actually watch from the very beginning. Okay. Yeah, they do that. They have some, like, multiple versions. And it's kind of a little bit confusing. If you are looking into getting the game, please choose whichever one that you feel that you can afford. Please do not break the bank. Now, I know Bandai Namco would not like me saying that, but please be financially responsible. Okay, since it's not gonna, I don't know if it's gonna actually tell us. So, outfits. Summary. You can change each character's costume, hair, and accessories regardless of their equipped armor. New weapon skins are also added when a character acquires a new weapon. Note, in certain scenes, costumes may be temporarily altered. Custom sets. On the costume screen, press Y to save a character's current appearance as a custom set, as well as load an existing one. Each character can have up to 5 saved custom sets. So, like, we'll go for Iron Mask. You can change his hairstyle. You can change his costume. Like, you can put on the accessories. And that's fine. I'll be willing to help, or be willing to catch you up on things. Orange gel. A valuable medical herb that supplements a person's vitality when eaten. Restore 30% CP.
What's this thing?
Get lost!
Swallow blade, here I come! I'm on it! Here I come!
Yeah, I've looked on Xbox for some of the deals. Remember how we were talking about the Kingdom Hearts games? They're all on sale right now.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Parallax Stone. A stone that can relieve numbness when rubbed, making it prized by those who have to maintain the same posture for extended periods during work. Why did it show up twice? Okay. I think we're gonna have a cutscene.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renin guardsmen.
The Renins aren't as populous as the Danans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr!
Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
Also, this year, or last year, was it might have been this year, I can't remember, is the 30th anniversary of the Tales of series. That was when they started the remaster project. Originally they said that the anniversary celebration was for 2025 and 2026. Well, remember, I did say that it was, the first game came out in 95. So, yeah, it was this year. The remaster project, however, just because it's tied to the 20th or the 30th anniversary, they have said that as long as people keep buying them and the remasters are well received, they're gonna keep doing them. I think they've stated that they have 2 more that they're working on, and that's not including Xillia 2 and Berseria. So, like, if people keep supporting the... Oh. You know, it's funny. I noticed that I saw the ads were coming up, but I was just having fun talking about this. But as I was saying, so if they've said that if people continue to support the remasters, if the remasters still do well, they are going to continue. And of course, right now they're focusing on the ones that they can quickly remaster. Hence, Berseria. A game that came out 9 years ago. Arise came out 5 years ago? I think. But, there is also the issue, another well-known Bandai Namco developer, CyberConnect. They were the ones that did the .hack games, which I'm a really big fan of. Yes, the Western release had some censorship stuff. I didn't really seem it. I didn't. Yes, Ardo. Yes. Fun fact about me: I was a moderator for a fan forum for .hack. But anyway, I didn't really have or see that many. Like, I didn't see any issue with the censorship. when I played through Berseria. Now, are you talking about IMOC or are you talking about GU? And when I say IMOC, I mean infection, mutation, outbreak, and quarantine. Okay, so you're talking about IMOC. What's really funny? I never finished GU. I own the collection on PC. I never finished it. When GU was coming out, I got a 360. And all of my gaming kind of switched from the PlayStation 2 to the 360. Oh, so you did pretty much you pretty much did half of the story. Okay. Fun fact about IMOC. When those games originally were releasing, all 4 games released 9 months. Within the span of 9 months. And yes, it is a reference to the pregnancy term of 9 months. Anyway, when there was an interview with CyberConnect where they stated the reason they went with GU instead of IMOC is because apparently there was a program that they were using for IMOC. Like during development, there was a program that is incredibly outdated. Yes, I want a remake or an IMOC remaster. I would love it so much. But since that old system is so incompatible with current computers, they would pretty much have to remake it. The reason why GU worked was because the program that they used for GU basically was finicky with modern computers, but could still be used or could still be workable on modern computers. People are pointing to that explanation for why the older Tales of games are not able to be remade as quickly as possible. And why we're seeing all of the PS3 games being remade or remastered. And you also have the issue of game development being really, really dumb back then. And basically, when you were done with a game and you shipped that bad boy, you deleted all the source code. All the source code would get deleted. That makes sense. So like for Final Fantasy Tactics, which was a PlayStation 1 game. That game, apparently, like, all the coding that they had for that game originally, when they released the game, they they deleted all the code. They got rid of it. And that is a major issue with game development from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Yeah, it's a really bad issue. However, what's funny about games like Final Fantasy Tactics, in an interview with one of the developers, he actually said that they went to a ROM emulation site, downloaded the ROM for Final Fantasy Tactics, and basically worked their way backward. Which, depending on how dedicated the team is, that's always an option. You know, it's always an option, but some teams might not want to do it. The Tales of team apparently split up into multiple teams, and that's one of the reasons why we got Tales of Xillia remaster like last month, and then we're getting Berseria in February. So they're pumping out the games as soon as they can. You know, they're taking their time with it, but they don't have an order that they're doing. So of course they're going to get the ones that are, or we as consumers are going to get the easiest ones to be done first.
What's this doing here?
Honestly, I don't really know if I would suggest that or recommend that you buy it. If you don't care about, like, you know, 60 frames per second, if you don't care about 4K resolution, then go ahead and get the PS4 version. Also know that the PS4 version is always going to be available, especially if you have a physical PS5. You could always go to, like, GameStop and pick up a copy. Where I'm pretty sure it'll be cheaper than $20. There's gonna be a few quality of life changes. Like, you know how, oh, it's up there. So see how there's the little star telling me where I need to go? In the original Berseria, that is not present. However, in the remaster, it is. I never really had an issue with that, but it's nice that it's being added. In the older games, there was, I can't remember exactly what it was called, but there's a shop. Basically, in the older games, after each mission, depending on, or each battle you did, you would get a certain score, and that score would at the end of the game, you were able to, like, you would be able to unlock, like, 999,000 gold, or invincibility, or stuff like that. I can't remember what it's called. I know it starts with a G, but in the Berseria remaster, that shop is going to be available at the beginning of the game. And it's basically modifiers for the game. Now, you don't need that. I think they're also, they touched up the visuals a little bit. Resolution, frame rate, and then the remaster will include all of the costume DLC. Now, that system, they have moved that into optional paid DLC. So, like, if you look at the store for, yes, some are. There's a bunch that were either discontinued or were paid DLC. So basically, if you don't care about the bells and whistles, just go ahead and get the original, I guess. I mean, it's gonna run fine on your PS5. The way that I feel about the remaster is, it's not really for the PlayStation players. It's for the Xbox players. It's for the Switch players. Because up until this remaster, Berseria was only available for Switch, or not Switch, PS4 and Steam. So there might be. I don't know. I know there's a swimsuit, there's swimsuit costumes in this one. But, like, for me personally, I don't use the costumes. Now, in the older games, like Symphonia, if you wanted an additional costume or cosmetic costume, you had to get a title. Yeah, do a little bit of research. I'm pretty sure now that it's been a day or so after announcement, there will be more information on what the remaster is going to include. We're gonna have a small cutscene here. And then I think I'm gonna call it after that.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay? Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renin clothing. I could find you some Danon outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renin.
Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nath and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Acquire Ocean Blue Battle Garb. Ocean Blue clothing received from Tisla that was made by stitching together pieces of cloth that the Crimson Crows collected. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and do the mission to get her outfit. I love her outfit. Zephyr left your party.
Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renin around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Danons that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renin's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renins, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renins, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do. and I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
Okay, real quick. Let's grab this hoodle. Or this owl. Rabbit ears that protect innocence. Or project innocence. They look big enough to pick up even the quietest conversations.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
I wonder if something happened.
Well, actually, alright. We're just gonna call it here. Okay, I'm just gonna override everything here. Alright, well. I don't know if you left already. Fuck. We got ads coming up. Well, while he's gone... Oh. February.